Dr.G Bakthavatsalam
Good morning, that's me.
is a true luminary in the field of healthcare. He is now serving as the chairman and managing trustee of Dharmavira K. Govindaswamy Naidu Medical Trust.
It is called KG Hospital in Coimbatore.
He was born in Annur village, Coimbatore, India.
In 1943.
He did his MBBS from Madras Medical College
In the year 1964.
and his post-graduation in surgery.
In same college in 1968, MS.
He then returned to India to
He went to America, to Mount Sinai Hospital, 1972-73. He returned to India to establish a hospital in 1974. It is 50 years old. Golden Jubilee celebration has been celebrated yesterday.
Today, it's a 550-bed multi-speciality hospital.
Started off with the 10 beds, now it is 550 beds. It was one specialty, now it is 25 specialties.
His philanthropic activities include the Little Hearts Scheme and the KGI Hospital.
The power of philanthropy is well known across the world. They called me to America to talk about the power of philanthropy in the FETNA conference, Federation of Tamil Associations of North America in San Francisco. I was very fortunate to address 3,000 non-resident Indians.
He's a visiting professor in 12 countries.
I go to many countries to talk about India.
And he is an accomplished writer.
I think so.
He has received many awards which include the Padma Shri and the Dr. B.C. Roy Award.
Very coveted award for a doctor.
And his visionary leadership continues to shape the healthcare landscape forever.
I've been trying to run as a primary care, secondary care, tertiary care, quaternary care, and also quaternary referral care. Many patients come to us without knowing what they have. It may be a fever, it can be difficulty in breathing, so I give them a primary care. He needs an X-ray, it's called a secondary care. He needs an operation, it's called a tertiary care. Quaternary care is organ harvesting and organ transplantation. Kidney transplantation, liver transplantation, heart transplantation. We also teach the postgraduates the practice of medicine and surgery.
The first question, can you share some insight on your academic journey, starting from your early education in a Tamil medium school?
Life itself is a question. And every question I ask myself, it becomes an exclamation mark. Why have I been born in this world was my question. Now, why did I come back from America is my question. Why did I start a hospital? It's a question. Why I create so many specialties is my question. The questioning is called inquisitiveness. Questioning is not, why were I born? Why was I born? I could have been a collector, I could have been a merchant, I could have been a teacher. God made me to understand that I am sending you to this world to be happy. God, how can I be happy? He said, that is a very easy task. Make others happy. You will feel happy. You make 2 people happy, you are twice happy. You make 200 people happy, you are 200 times happy. Happiness is within. Pleasure is from without. You take Kentucky Fried Chicken, Badam Alva, the pleasure comes from outside. If the happiness can be generated from inside, it is called the true happiness. Santosham, santosham, santosham.
What inspired you to pursue?
My father is a great inspirational leader, K. Govindaswamy Naidu. He got married at the age of 32 and by the age of 45, he had 7 children. So he was a great motivating force for all of us. He was a type of personality. He was a businessman. He was also a farmer. So he said, how long to do business? How long to do farming? So let us start an industry. So he started a textile industry. How to accommodate all these 7 people in the same industry? So he diversified and said, let me make my second son a doctor. A doctor profession is a very good profession. It has got respectability in the community. So he was a motivating factor. He made me study medicine. He made me go abroad. He made me come back from America. He made me manage this hospital for the past 50 years.
Did you have to undergo any cultural adaptations while pursuing your studies in the United States?
Village in the town is a shock. Village is Tamil medium. Here is English. அங்கே நடந்து போவோம், சைக்கிளில் போவோம், இங்கே பஸ்ஸில் போகிறோம், காரில் போகிறோம். இங்கெல்லாம் ஸ்டைலாக பேசுவாங்க, அங்கே நாங்கள் ஸ்டைலே கிடையாது. வில்லேஜ் ஸ்டைலுன்னா கசமுசன் இருக்கும். இங்கே வந்தால் பேண்ட்டு ஷர்ட்டு, நாங்கள் அப்போல்லாம் வேஷ்டி கட்டுவோம், குரங்கு படல் போடுவோம். இங்கெல்லாம் குரங்கு மாதிரி இருக்காங்க, நாங்கள் குரங்கு புழல் போட்டோம். Lot of adaptation has to happen from Annur to Coimbatore, from Coimbatore to Trichy, from Trichy to Chennai, from Chennai to Chicago. You have to adapt according to the environment. If you are not adaptable, you feel stressed.
So, when you returned to India to fulfill your father's vision in healthcare, can you share some more about the decision to
ஏன்பா
return?
அமெரிக்கா விட்டு போகிறீங்கன்னு எல்லாம் கேட்டாங்க. அமெரிக்காவுக்கு வந்தவங்க யாரும் திரும்பி போகிறதில்ல. அமெரிக்கா லேண்ட் ஆஃப் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ், சர்வைவர் ஆஃப் தி ஃபிட்டஸ்ட்டு, நிறைய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இருக்குது. அமெரிக்கா இஸ் எ மெக் ஆஃப் மெடிசன். ஏன்பா திரும்பி போகிறாங்கன்னு அமெரிக்கா வந்து கேட்டாங்க. இங்கே இருக்கிற ஆளுக்கு ஏன்பா திரும்பி வர்றேங்கிறாங்க. ஏன் போகிறேங்கிறான், ஏன் வர்றேங்கிறான். இருதலை கொள்ளி எறும்பு. அப்பா வர சொல்கிறாரு. அமெரிக்காவா அப்பாவா, அமெரிக்காவா அப்பாவா, அப்பாவா அமெரிக்காவா, அப்பப்பா போதுன்னு சொல்லிவிட்டு கோயம்புத்தூருக்கு வந்துட்டேன். ஆமாம், நீங்கள் ஏன் இவ்வளோ கேள்வி கேட்குறீங்க?
It's an interview.
இன்டர்வியூன்னா கேள்வி கேட்க மாட்டேன். என்ன இருக்குது உங்கள் மனசில் ஒரு கேள்வி இருக்குது. அந்த கேள்வியெல்லாம் யாராச்சும் கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம்னு பார்க்குறீங்க. யூ வாண்ட் டு மீட் சம் பீப்புள் ஹூ ஹவ் அச்சீவ்ட் இன் த லைஃப் அண்ட் யூ வாண்ட் டு ஆஸ்க் தம் கொஸ்டின்ஸ். ஸோ திஸ் கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் செஷன் வில் பி யூஸ்ஃபுல் டு யுவர் ஃபெலோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ. நான் உங்களை ஒரு கேள்வி கேட்கலாமா? உங்களுக்கு வயசு 14 எனக்கு 28. உங்களோட டபுள் வயசு. சிரிக்கிறீங்க? நான் யூஸ்வலாக பொய் சொல்ல மாட்டேன், இன்றைக்கும் பொய் சொல்ல மாட்டேன். என்னப்பா கை கட்டிகிட்டு இருக்க? மரியாதை நிமித்தமா? சரி, பரவாயில்ல. எனக்கு மனசில் வயசு 28, உடம்பில் வேணால் அதிகமாக இருக்கலாம், +50. எனக்கு 50 வருஷம் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வித் 28 இயர்ஸ் ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். 28 வருஷத்தில் 50 வருஷம் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருந்தால் எவ்வளோ நல்லாயிருக்கும். ஒரு க்யூமுலேட்டிவ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். எந்த தப்பும் பண்ண மாட்டோம். எது முக்கியம் வாழ்க்கையிலன்னு தெரிஞ்சுப்போம். சினிமாவுக்கு போக மாட்டோம், ஃபாஸ்ட் ஃபுட் சாப்பிட மாட்டோம், கிரிக்கெட் போய் பார்க்க மாட்டோம், கிரிக்கெட் விளையாடுவோம், சினிமாவுக்கு போக மாட்டோம், டான்ஸ் ஆடுவோம். அவன் ஆடுறதை பார்த்து அவனுக்கு பணத்தை கொடுத்து அவனை கைத்தட்டுறதை விட நாம் கைத்தட்டு வாங்கணும்ல.
In your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that aspiring doctors should cultivate?
If the doctor doesn't have an empathy, sympathy and compassion towards a suffering patient, he should not become a doctor. டாக்டருங்கிறது பணம் சம்பாதிக்கிற வேலையே இல்லை. எம்பிபிஎஸ் பார்த்தா நம்ம காரில் போகலாம், எம்எஸ் பண்ணால் ஒரு ஏரோப்ளேனில் போகிறான், அது கிடையாது. அவன் கஷ்டப்படுறவனுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு நல்லது பண்ணலாமா? உங்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு இறக்க குணம் இருக்கா? உங்கள் குழந்தைகளை டாக்டர் பண்ணுங்கள். அவனுக்கு ஜாலியாக இருக்கணும்னா அவனை சினிமாவில் போடுங்க, இல்லை விளையாடணுன்னா கிரிக்கெட் விளையாட சொல்லுங்கள். வாழ்க்கை பூரா கஷ்டப்படணும், மற்றவங்க கஷ்டத்தை போக்குறதுக்கு கஷ்டப்படணும்னு யாருக்காச்சும் நம்ம டாக்டர் பண்ணணும். The attitude, the aptitude is important to become a doctor. Hardworking, intelligent, inquisitiveness and learning on a daily basis is important to be a doctor. Because knowledge is fast disappearing. கற்றது கைமண் அளவு, கல்லாதது
I don't learn Tamil.
கற்றது கைமண் அளவு, கல்லாதது உலகளவில். கற்றது கைமண் அளவு, கல்லாதது கூகுள் அளவு. தெரியுதா? What you have learnt is this much of hands, this much of sand particle. But what you have not learnt is size of the whole world.
I'm going to put that as a quote in the book before you.
கற்றது கைமண் அளவு, கல்லாதது உலகளவு. கற்றது, what you have learnt is the handful of sand. What you don't know is world size ignorance.
Could you share some insight on the challenges you faced while spearheading healthcare initiatives across rural areas?
Running a hospital itself is challenging, whether it is in rural area or urban area, whether it is in a two-tier city or a capital of a state. Running a hospital is really complex and complicated. Rural areas, because the non-availability of manpower. See, all the people want to settle down in a city because they want to go to a movie, shopping center, schools, colleges. So village, they don't come. Mostly it's very difficult. Even the government is finding difficulty in getting the healthcare professionals to come to villages. So running a hospital itself is tough because you have to be having a space which is accessible to the people. Number two, the cost of land, the cost of buildings, cost of equipments, the cost of manpower, and the society should accept you. Then the skill set, and then we'll have to do a skilling for every employee. There are 60 types of employees in the hospital. A doctor, a super specialist, a neurosurgeon, a cardiologist, cardiac surgeon, a nurse, a technologist, an ECG technician, an X-ray technician, and then you will have to have a security man, a lift man, a துப்புரவு தொழிலாளி, a sanitary worker. You need a security. So many people are required. To manage different sections of the society, you have to be a psychologist and an entrepreneur.
So now moving into parenting. How did you handle the dual responsibilities of overseeing the KG hospital, simultaneously taking care of your children as a parent?
Wife and children are my family. I am struggling only to satisfy them. Unfortunately, in a doctor's job, the hospital carries more responsibility than a family. So, if the wife is understanding and she is capable, she will manage the home and the children. She will bring up the children in a better manner. I am only a part-time husband and a full-time doctor.
You have two children, Vasanti Raghu and Ashok Bakthavatsalam.
Yes.
In what ways do you support and stay involved in your adult children's life?
Children have different aspirations. My son has an aspiration to become an engineer, and then he wants to branch off into information technology. So I support him. My daughter studied management, so she wants to work with the father. I support her. She had an MBA gold medal from Bardiyar University. She had 1 year diploma in computer engineering. With that, with my little guidance, she's proactive. She wants to learn. She knows what is more important in the medical field is psychology. She knows the psychology. She has the bargaining power to bargain for a better price for the high cost machines. She employs people. She is a happiness specialist. So I support them. They know their way. I support them.
I understand. How do you handle generational differences in parenting between you and your children?
I become young. They cannot become old. So I go down to their age. I play with them, I dance with them, I fight with them. I scold them, they scold me. We're equal.
What distinctions do you observe between your children, between children in this era and when you were a child?
Children are children in any era. Those children who had no exposure those years ago, 50 years, 60 years ago, they were homebound or village bound. Now the children have the vision of going to any part of the world. If you go to Google, if you go to Google Map, 360 degrees Google, you see the whole thing, and they're excited by flying. No. So they should evolve themselves and develop an aptitude to become whatever they want to become. Support them. They are not children. Children are not your children. They are children of God through you. Prophet Khalil Gibran said, children are not your children. They are children of God through you. They may have your color, the shape of the nose. Children are children of God. So they have their own ways and methods of satisfying themselves. So don't interfere.
I actually learned that in a chapter. It was there, the quote by Khalil Gibran. Share a specific parenting moment or decision that has had a lasting impression.
He was selected, my son was selected for engineering in Anna University, engineering and PhD technology. He was also selected for medicine in Madras Medical College. I went with him, showed him all the 3 institutions. I made him meditate in one of the Murugan temples, and he meditated for half an hour. He chose to come to Coimbatore PhD Tech. He could have become a doctor, he could have become an Anna University scholar, but he decided to come to Coimbatore. Probably he wanted to live with the mother and have a homely food and a best education, PhD Tech. So he grew up, he went abroad, and he worked in Hewlett Packard, and then he started working in a startup company. He came back and tried his hands in a textile technology. He started his own medical transcription company, and then now he has got a software economic zone. So you support their ambitions and aspirations.
Moving on to parenting, could you share the number of grandchildren you have and their ages respectively?
Why parenting? Grandparenting. Parenting was easy. Grandparenting is a son, daughter's daughter. They are much more aggressive, much more forward thinking. And my wife was saying my granddaughter should go to Singapore for higher study. I said, let her go to America. America is a land of opportunity. She'll learn more in a more competitive environment. My grandson went to a local college, but he said he wants a better exposure. So he's gone to Australia. So give them an exposure, and then they will become better citizens. My granddaughter is 30 years of age. My grandson is 24.
How do you see your role as a grandparent, and how is it different from your role as a parent?
I'm a grandfather to many people, not only for Advik, not only for Avantika, I'm a grandfather for hundreds of children in KG hospital. So I am not confined to my home. This is a bigger home, so there are children, grandchildren who are children of auto rickshaw drivers, construction workers, கல் உடைக்கிறவன், ரோடு க்ளீன் பண்ணுறவன், ஒரு சானிட்டரி ஒர்க்கர், ஒரு துப்புரவு தொழிலாளியுடைய அண்ணன் பொண்ணுக்கு லெட்டர் கேட்டார், சார் உங்கள் கதிர்மில் ஸ்கூலில் இடம் கொடுங்க. ஹி இஸ் ஸ்டடிங் இன் அ கார்பரேஷன் ஸ்கூல், very poor family. I gave a letter to admit them in our school. Now all the three are graduates. One is an MBBS, one is a BVSc, one is BA Economics. One signature of mine can change the தலையெழுத்து of three people. What a great opportunity God gives. என்ற கையெழுத்துக்கு அவ்வளோ பவர் இருக்குதுயா.
Are there any traditions or activities that you usually do with your grandchildren?
We go for a picnic, we go to Kannur, then we go for an international tour. We find time to spend time. The family which eats together, prays together, plays together, vacations together, stays together, prays together, plays together, eats together, plays together, eats together, and prays together, and vacations together. When you go on a vacation 10 days, you have no other choice except to spend time with the grandson, grandfather.
So you need to spend a lot of time with them. What guidance would you offer to grandparents seeking to make their bond stronger with their grandchildren?
Grandparents, mind your business. And probably you can play with them.
KG Hospital has been actively involved in providing free treatments, including for victims for various disasters. Can you discuss your experience in contributing to causes such as the Little Hearts Scheme, the curing people from the bomb blast in Coimbatore, the Kargil War?
My father had cataract surgery. So at that time, even big hospitals in Madurai elsewhere did not have an intraocular lens implantation scheme. So when Dr. Nachyar suggested we go to America, East West Hospital, Manascroft, he'll operate, put a lens inside. So we went to America, myself, my wife Dhanalakshmi Amma, along with my father Govinda Swami Naidu, we traveled abroad, and then we underwent surgery. He underwent surgery. We went and looked at Disney World, came back. We spent about, otherwise operation in India was you operate, you lie down for 7 days. There you operate, you lie down for 7 hours only. Then go around, look at America, spent 10 lakhs rupees. Those days, 30 years ago, 10 lakhs is equal to 1 crore. And he said, what is this so costly? How will poor people do this? So why don't you start an eye hospital? Abba, நான் eye hospital doctor இல்லையே, நான் general surgery, பரவாயில்ல போடு, நல்ல ஆளை வேலைக்கு வை. So we had Dr. Manoj Ramachandran joining us, Chandrasekhar joining us. We started an eye hospital with 300 beds. We have operated on 90,000 eye surgeries on poor patients, totally free of charge. Where is 10 lakh for one surgery? Where is how many people? 90,000 people. It cost about 26 crores. It was done as charity by my father.
So that was the start of KGI Hospital. In what ways do you envision the continuation of and the expansion of your philanthropic activities in the future?
In fact, your culture into your own biological children and ideological children. Suppose there is one child, like say Dr. C. Balasubramaniam, cardiologist. He himself told me he cannot start a hospital like this. He cannot buy a land in the center of the city. He cannot buy such wonderful equipment. He cannot employ nurses like me. So you are like my father. You have created a wonderful infrastructure. My job is to come in, see 50 patients, do 5 coronary interventions, put stents, go home. Why should I start a hospital? So if he is so comfortable with me, there are hundreds of people who are comfortable with me. My mindset agrees with his mindset. We have an equation, my chemistry, his chemistry. அவர் என்ன நோக்கம் இருக்கோ, அவருக்கு என்ன கொள்கை இருக்கோ, எனக்கு இருந்துச்சுன்னா we are together. Together everybody achieves more. Why should I expect my own biological people to take on my legacy?
I've come across various videos of you on the internet engaging in dancing and
Do you like it?
Yeah. What's the key to maintaining such a vibrant energy?
I went to a school, UKG, LKG. Those children were dancing. I also danced with them. Then my granddaughter got married. There's a dance program. I danced there, Kamala Hassan. My energy is coming from my inner feeling. If I feel happy and a beautiful music is played, I can dance. Not that dance, I just move my body like that. Jimmy Kamal. Jimmy கார் எங்கள் அப்பா எங்கள் அம்மா கம்மலை வாங்கி எங்கள் அப்பா போய் புட்டியை திறந்து தண்ணி போட்டால் நான் அந்த புட்டியில் குப்பியில் சாப்பிட்டேன். இதான் மீனிங் மேம். ஸோ குப்பியில் போட்டால் தலை ஆட்டம் வருதில்லை, குப்பி போடாமல் எனக்கு ஆட்டம் வரும்.
Your involvement in contributing to various social causes is extensive. Could you share a particularly memorable one or something that's made a lot of impact?
கும்பகோணம் ஃபயர் ட்ராஜடி, 300 குழந்தைகளுக்கு ஃபயர், இங்கேருந்து பிளட் அனுப்பணும். கார்கில் வார், we sent 15 lakhs rupees to Karnataka, sir, Chief Minister. There was a bomb blast in Coimbatore. We vacated a ward, we treated about 200 patients for 20 days, where all the hospitals were a little worried, but we are not worried. So there was tsunami in Kadalur. We sent one bus full of medicines. There was Kerala floods. We sent 2 buses. Khaja, we sent water, food. Khaja, there is no water, no electricity. This is a healthcare system. It's not a hospital. It is something like a non-governmental hospital. Governmental hospital, like எப்படி இலவசமாக கிடைக்குமோ எல்லாம் இங்கேயும் கிடைக்கும்.
So you provide blood for everyone, like
Not everyone. What we do is we give blood for thalassemia children free of charge. We have given blood for 5,000 children free of charge. Because blood is free. You give blood, it is free. But I have to check it up, whether it is infectious, what group it is. Cross-matching costs 1,000 rupees. If you go to my blood bank, it has got equipment worth 2 crores. EMI, there are 10 people working, salaries, the air conditioning. So I have to, it's a gift. Your blood is a gift to him. But the checking whether your blood is pure, it takes 1,000 rupees.
I saw the video of the blood bank on YouTube. You were showing all the how it's stored and the temperature which it's stored.
-80 and -20 degrees plasmapheresis, apheresis machine. We have the state of the departments, we have the state of the hospital, we have the state of the gratitude in my mind. Everything is state of the art, but state of attitude of gratitude is very important for you to be a doctor. You must be grateful to your mother, you must be grateful to your father, you must be grateful to your country, you must be grateful to everybody who helped you to grow. I cannot grow in solitude, no.
Yeah.
I didn't build the building, some mason built the building. I didn't put the road, somebody puts the road. Somebody cooked the rice, somebody grew the rice. So I'm grateful to everybody.
You're an author of 11 books. Could you share some insight into the inspiration of your books? Amazing Life, Live Long.
I wrote a book called Idayam or Kovil. I took it to my revered leader, கலைஞர் கருணாநிதி. நீ எல்லாம் புக் எழுத ஆரம்பிச்சான்னு கேட்டேன். ஆனால் நீங்களாம் கதையை எழுதுறீங்க, நான் புக் எழுதுறேன். அண்ணன் எழுதியிருக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்ன. 100 வயசு இருக்கணும், என்ன பண்ணணும், என்ன பண்ண சொல்கிறேன்னு. 100 இருந்தால் நல்லா இருக்கும்ண்ணா. அப்படின்னா என்னன்னு கேட்டேன். 100 milligram blood sugar, 100 milligram cholesterol, 100 millimeters of mercury, blood pressure, 100 kilometers of running every week, every month, 3 kilometers every day. 100 kilogram weight இருக்கப்படாது. 100% நீங்கள் வெஜிடேரியனாக இருக்கணும். 100% சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கணும். 100% வெஜிடேரியனான செத்து போன அனிமல்ஸ் எல்லாம் புதைக்கிறதுக்கு உங்கள் வகுறு என்ன சுடுகாடா? செத்து போன மட்டன் கிட்டன், ஆடு கெடு, மாடு, கோழி, சிக்கன்லாம் சாகடித்து சாப்பிட்றீங்களே. மகாத்மா காந்தி கேட்டார், நான் கேட்கல. இப்படியெல்லாம் புக்கள் போட்டால் சந்தோஷப்பட்டார். அதுக்கு பின்னால் நிறைய புக்கள் இருந்தேன். உயிரே உயிரே, அன்பே அன்பே, காதல் காதல்.
And my last question to you, what legacy do you hope to leave behind through your contributions to healthcare?
இந்த கோயம்புத்தூரில் ஒரு டாக்டர் இருந்தார். அவர் டாக்டர் மாதிரியும் இல்லை, ஒரு ஃபிலாசபர் மாதிரியும் இல்லை, சாமியார் மாதிரியும் இல்லை, அவர் ஒரு பாலிட்டிஷியனும் கிடையாது. அவருக்கு கொடுத்த வேலையை நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு போனார். டாக்டர் ஜிபி a legendary figure. Dr. GB is a good man and he was a God-blessed person. He created hundreds of doctors and thousands of nurses, which is the difference he made in this country. I'm a person, I don't want big names. அங்கே ஒரு நல்லவன் இருந்தாயா, அவன் மாதிரி இருக்கணுமையா அப்படின்னு யாராச்சும் சொன்னாங்கன்னா நான் ஜெயிச்சாச்சு.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. You're looking like a very sweet angel.
Thank you.